Hi, I'm Lisa Williams.
And Barry King. Well, for the last 18, 19 months I've been trying to get some information out to the public. Information regarding a certain secret installation over in Berkshire, the base. At the base they run a social manipulation program. Includes brainwashing, genetic engineering, genetic experimentation. They've also been involved in creating life forms there for quite some time. The program is behind a lot of the abductions that take place. A lot of abductions are military organised and executed. I was involved with this program between the years 72 and 88. With the help of some defence intelligence people, I managed to get out away from the program, and with their help a lot of information, as I say, has been passed out now to the public since February of last year.
I don't know about it.
Well, basically because certain people within the structure of that program don't like what's going on. Defence intelligence said, well, how about a slow but sure way, release some newsletters over a period of time. So that's how The Voice was born, as security officer.
So that gave you access to all
limited, yeah. I mean, obviously there were certain levels of security. I had two different levels, 9 and 31. The higher number, the higher clearance you get. So obviously after a while I was allowed to see different areas, certainly of the base. And by the time December 79 came round, then yes, I'd had a pretty good picture of the whole base.
So what sort of scale are we dealing with there?
Well, again, during that time frame, the underground part of the base, it was 450 yards by 650 yards and going down 6 levels.
So that's about 600 feet?
It's quite big. I think there's 50, 60 feet between each level, so it's going down quite some.
Yes, of course.
But
yeah.
I was told during the mid-80s that had been worked on anyway. I mean, they could have doubled the size of the place by then.
Let's
very
believe
easily.
About 8 or 9 now.
Yeah, very easily. Could have been doubled. There could be a dozen levels by now.
So these bases were obviously created during the Cold War for government and things. Just
well, this one was completed. I mean, they used an old base in Hampshire from the 50s onwards. That was an old wartime base. Too small, and the facilities weren't so good there. So they actually, in the 60s and 70s, they made use of another existing base close by until this Peasmore was completed.
What was the Marston, was it?
So how are these bases interlinked?
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
By tunnels or?
Yeah, tunnels. Again, see, what you'll find with Peasmore is, because it's virtually 99% underground, you're going to see very little on the surface. But you're going to get to one of the adjoining bases, and it's from that adjoining base that you get to Peasmore. So one or two people have actually been over to Berkshire recently to do a bit of scouting around. So in the trip seat now, basically, you're interfacing with very powerful computers.
Was that manufactured by ITT? Do you have any idea?
I couldn't say. I wouldn't know.
And what sort of time scale are we dealing with here?
Well, again, I'm basing most of this between, as I say, 79 and 81. 81 was literally the end of it. The information I've been led to believe, from what I've seen myself at the base, yes, there is some cooperation going on, but it's not in a nice, friendly manner that we're all led to believe, like at Dulcie. Yeah, we're all shaking hands, we'll do this, and it doesn't work that way. Yeah,
it's not like that.
It's not like that at all.
No.
So what is it like?
Well,
the pair of you, I mean...
You give the official view, I'll give the Greys view.
Well, the military, they got to a stage when we thought we'd get hold of as much of their technology as possible and then virtually stab them in the back.
Yeah, that's it.
That basically was it. So it just hasn't worked.
So surely if you're dealing with a higher evolved life form, you don't double-cross them, surely? It's not a good idea.
You see, what it is that the military, they know damn well the Greys are generated life forms, if you want to call them that. They're genetically engineered slaves. Now, there's no way that you present... It doesn't matter if that alien is much more intelligent than you. It might have an IQ of 1,000. If you are looking at something that's been genetically grown to serve, you're not going to think that's superior to you.
No.
The military, the elite are turning around thinking, well, hey, look, they're not human. I mean, we're not dealing with the Pleiadians here who put us all to shame, physically and every other which way. We're dealing with greys. They don't look human, they don't behave in a human way, they threaten everything we stand for. If we think to ourselves, well, let's just get as much technology as we can and just fuck them, destroy them.
Basically, that's it in a nutshell.
But basically, what the greys want to do is to actually, because they're helping create the generated life forms, they've given us the technology whereby we can do this in return for various other bits and pieces like human tissue, because they've got their own agenda and it involves crossbreeding with us. They want to become an official race.
No,
but the greys are going to get the generated life forms to stab the military in the back, so everyone's out to screw everyone else.
Yeah, it's one hell of a weird business. I mean, the military are responsible for so many abductions.
Yeah.
But they're getting it across to people you've been abducted by.
Aliens.
Nasty out there.
Yeah.
They created, as I said, there's certain types of generated life forms in space. It scared the life out of me when I first saw these, obviously. You see these things, and so many of them.
Are they in jars or?
Well, they start, obviously, because they've got to start somewhere. I mean, there's a process. I mean,
grow them.
On that level, yeah, there's the process. But
like what I wrote in my book, innit?
Yeah, the storage areas where they've literally got all the fully grown ones, all ready to get shipped out. Oh, they're going to go to a certain location, do a certain job. Yeah, these row after row after row. And I tell you, it's spooky. It's very spooky just looking at them. I mean,
the eyes are empty.
These massive big eyes.
And they're so
weird.
empty.
Yeah,
no, but then bunkers built for bureaucrats is old news, isn't it?
There's a little procedure where it prevents anyone from doing that. These are minds that only the program can read.
I can practice telepathy in some cases. I can do it. I've done it before.
But I thought I was willing you, come on, pick up something. But I thought
I didn't.
You wouldn't be able to, unfortunately, because they block that. I mean, they that's another
like the old Tommy knockers and the piece of metal in the head.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. But I mean, some of the stuff. I mean, I was finding this outrageous.
Okay, it's come from various people over the last year or so that. Yeah, there's a base in Berkshire, and these people, they've rung me, and they've had visions of being connected to a base, and they've come straight out, and it's always been Berkshire.
Yeah.
It's never been Oxfordshire, Wiltshire, Somerset, Devon, wherever. They've always said Berkshire. And, what have you got? They've got fleeting images of being taken there in a car.
Oh, I have nothing like
and
that.
they've had this done to them, they've had that done to them, and then that's it. Then it's blank. I've done these weeks ago.
Yeah.
And
is that a triangle?
Well, there's
bloody no.
There's Peasmore,
and it's pretty much near there, isn't it?
There's the Vale of the White Horse.
Could you hold it up?
Yeah.
Oh wow! There is a triangle there.
A bit windy, but
the names he gave me.
Yes, that's why I got a bit worried. No, as I say, I photocopied this a few weeks ago.
I'll have some Smarties.
Started spreading it around.
You want to hold it up?
Well, if you can. Imagine, right, they're using this shell husk, so they can actually put into that whatever they want.
So some of them are part human. So you see, the Bill of Human Rights has to be amended if we're to cater for these little beings.
Yeah, but I think they'd have a hell of a job doing that.
That's what my article's about, isn't it, Freud? Who's that? So, you know, I don't think it is a matter that we're working, matter of working very hand in glove with the aliens and very sort of lovey-dovey, we like you, you like us kind of thing. So I don't see that it is aliens actually doing that. We have obviously had ongoing, you know, dealings with aliens, but we're obviously trying to get things for our own purposes.
The project name in this country is Mannequin. The guy who runs it, they go by the code name of Sentinel. Sentinel is Mr. Whitemore, he's in charge. Sam's, he runs the security. He does the whole lot, and I was answerable too. That's a private security. Yeah, they're the actual ones that do the security around the whole area for people.
Wow.
That's all.